Hello everyone. I apologize. I'm having to fix a couple things here. Kim and David on Journey Evolve.
Hello.
Turn
Turn this way a little more.
this way.
Center it. Oh, you're in there.
Okay.
No shit.
All right. So, I was kind of questioning what to speak about today. We were going to do a meditation, and then I asked David if he would be open to speaking about unity consciousness, and he was like, sure. So, here we go. Unity consciousness, it is definitely not something that I grew up with this kind of thought or thinking. I was raised in a religion that taught of separation, that we are separate, and that if you don't do certain things, you're going to go to hell, and you get one shot. This is your only life, and if you mess it up, well, too bad for you. So that's kind of how I was raised. I think a lot of people were raised that way. But on my path and journey, I have come to understand a completely different way of being, and that's unity consciousness. On my path, I have done a lot of different ceremonies with sacred medicine, and one of those medicines is ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a plant that creates a chemical called diamethyltryptamine. It's a chemical that occurs naturally in our bodies. When you're born, you get a big burst. When you die, you get a big burst. But many of us throughout our lives are DMT deficient. And so when you take this plant, it can help you, teach you lessons, and guide you on your spiritual path and journey. And during one of my ceremonies, it took me deep down into my subconscious, and it was like these elders with feathers were fanning me and teaching me there's only one. And after this experience, I went outside, and I had this deep understanding, knowing that there's only one, that we are all God's source, creator, whatever you want to call it, experiencing itself in duality. And so there is no you, or it's all we. And it takes that, the teachings of Sananda or Yeshua, Jesus, whatever you want to call him, to a different level. Do unto others as you would have done unto you, because it is you in physical form. There is no separation. The separation that we've been taught is a lie. And even, okay, let's just say it's not true, that we are, that we're all separate and there's no unity. Even if it isn't true, if you treat everyone as if it were true, how different would this world be that we live in today? If you treated everyone like it was you. The homeless person on the street, the, angry person, treat them like you would want to be treated. And it's really challenging to keep this in the forefront of our minds right now, when there's so much decisiveness and pulling us in different directions. And I believe that is the goal of some people on this planet, is to keep us separate and keep us not knowing that we are one. Because when we come together and create such magic that is possible here, when we unite together, then they no longer have the power and control over us. So they've been pushing that separation. David has a lot of beautiful poems about this unity consciousness, and I think he's going to share some with us. right now too?
Not yet. I gotta find one.
Oh,
Which one?
he's gonna find one.
Find the right one.
And on my path, I have this knowing that we're one, but trust me, it's not like it's still a journey to evolve, to embody this more and more in my life. And I'm not perfect in it. There's been many times that, I still see the separation, especially right now during these times when there is such a divisiveness and possibly what people believe and what's going on really in the world. It's much more challenging to keep that vision of we are one, and
Yep. Because 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 is 1. So all is the all. We everything was one, and one went boom and became everything, and everything will go back to that one, and everything is that one to everything to nothing, the one to everything to nothing. Everything is that vibration of that boom, 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 the heartbeat, the go and the flow and the movement. And so everything went from one to become all. And so from that, we are all of that. We are all that. So all the light is that light, and all the love is that love, and all the darkness is that darkness. And everything is just connected by everything. By the air we breathe, the space that appears to be around us is connected to everything around us, and the earth that we are touching is the same earth that we are all touching, and we're all connected that way, and everything is just connected in such an amazing way. So I've been through many a different paths and lessons, and all of it continues to show me that we are all like these rainbows of love, pretty much, that all come from the rainbow love goddess, and we all are those rainbows and different interactions of those rainbows together to make what we are. We are pretty much hard light. We are pretty much light rainbows and love, and our vibration and everything that is us comes together to make the all that is us, and all of us is that us that is us all. So we be we be the is everything is the we be all that. So we be the all. We be the rays of the sunrise. We be the clouds. We be all the rays of light. We be all the vibrations. We be all the sound. We be all the air. We be all the earth. We be all the water. We be all the air. We be all the fire. We be all the directions. We be all the stars. We be all the love. We be the all that is all we be. We be all the people. We be all the animals. We be all the plants. We be the all that is. We be the finite. We be the infinite. We be the infinity. We be the everything. We be the nothing. We be all the lightness. We be all the darkness. We be all the light, all the dark, and all the in-between. We are everywhere. We are nowhere. We are being. We are the. We are all. We are love. All the love we be. Duh.
Well, one of the spiritual mentors that I had, remember him saying, he would go out and say, I am that I am is the name of God. And so he would go out into the world and he would point at a tree and he would say, I am that, I am. Or an animal, I am that, I am. And I think this is a good practice to help us to really understand if God, Creator, the divine creatress, goddess, created everything, then everything is God. So that would mean, you know, this is God. This fire is God. The air we're breathing is God. Everything that you can touch, taste, sense, feel is God.
It's all different modes of that God and goddess interacting. It's all the different modes of that one becoming two. The God goddess becoming God and goddess. The creator creatress becoming creator creatress. And everything is just different modes between those two forces, and they're always separate, but they're always attracted. And everything is within that connectedness. Everything is the different modes of those two forces interacting.
Yeah, and right now we are really needing to come into a balance of all of these energies. I feel very strongly. We've been out of balance for a long time on this planet. We've had the patriarchy on this planet for over 2,000 years, and so the feminine is having to rise back up to balance that out, and I see it happening. But we need to continue to create that balance, because everything is that light, dark, feminine, masculine, like balance of the divine all the time.
Yeah, it's a beautiful dance. And just being we, just realizing that we are we, and it's not I anymore. It's not you, and it's not them, and it's not they. It's really we. We are all in this together. One planet plus one person plus one person plus one 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 is still one. We are still all in this together. We are the we. We are the we that is Mother Earth. We are the we that is the multiverses. We are that we. We be that we. And as we realize that we are that we love we. We forgive we. We appreciate we. We are all important. We are all here together. We all have our part. We are all individual in our own ways, and we are all needing our difference together to be we. Every one of us, we, is their unique individual color on that rainbow, and we together are that we that is the rainbow. We are each that amazing, beautiful voice and that love and vibration, separately, individually, amazing, uniquely ourselves, but we are also that we of that full symphony together of the whole life and of all the all. We be the we that is the love, that is the all, that we all be. And just being is the best part of it, just being we.
Being your own unique, vibrant, beautiful self. Yeah, the ego, one of my favorite mentors, my dad says stands for edge God out. And any time that you're an ego, you can know this very easily by thinking you're either better than someone or someone else better than you. Either one of those scenarios is ego. And I think most often we think of ego as thinking we're better than someone. But the opposite is just as true. I've told the story before, but it was a really, really amazing experience for me to learn that opposite of ego. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I think a lot of us get caught in the opposite of ego, thinking we're not enough more than we think that we're better than everybody. Typically. So I had done plant medicine several times, and I thought, you know what, I'm ready. David and I are ready. We could serve this. We just need to get some ayahuasca, and I feel like we could do this. Next thing I know, one of our friends calls us up and says, hey, can we hold ceremony at your house? Of course, come on over. And during ceremony, I'm not even thinking anything of this, but our brother and shaman leading the ceremony had a vision of David serving sacred medicine, and he asked them if he would like to be initiated. And I'm over there, the one with the original intention, going, what about me? You didn't have a vision of me. And so I was feeling like, oh, maybe I'm not enough, maybe I'm not ready. And after the 2 days and me feeling kind of like sad about things, I had talked to David, and he said, why don't you talk to Noberto? And so I finally did. And then after speaking to Noberto, he said, why didn't you say something to me? Why didn't you ask? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, you had a vision of David. You didn't have a vision of me. And he said, that's ego. And that really hit me because I was thinking I wasn't enough. And I don't always think of ego in that way. I think of it like I'm an ego if I think I'm better than someone. But it also holds true the other way. Anytime you think someone is better than you, thinking maybe they're further on their path or whatever, if we're all one, we're all one, period. So no one is ever better or less than you, ever.
We be we, and we are all in this together, and everyone's process is sacred. Everybody's path is sacred. So what anybody or everybody's going through is, we are all going through that. Someone's going through that for us. So as somebody is dealing and purging their darkness and getting rid of what no longer serves them, they are helping heal us all. So as we turn in and heal ourselves, we are healing us all. When we heal, we heal we.
Oui, oui. Oui.
That local tree sap smells so good.
So, if this is something that resonates with your heart, then maybe that's one thing that you can do to incorporate into your life. Go around and saying, I am that, I am that, I am. To really have an understanding of the connectedness of everything. The trees, the sun, the air, all of the elements, everything around us, the animals, the plants, is all part of the one. There's no separation. That is the illusion. So I encourage everyone to, I don't know, find a practice or whatever resonates with your heart. David likes to write and journal and meditate on the unity and oneness, whatever helps you on your path. And if you need help, we love to help you too. So send us a message and we'd love to help you on your path.
And mantras are amazing. So our words are powerful. So if you continually say things that are unity and we love we and we be we and things like that, you're helping to create more of that. And so we are love, we be love. We be the love that we be. And so saying things over and over again, like the think love mantra, the think love, thinks love, thinks love, thinks love, thinks love, thinks love, helps weed out those thoughts that you don't want to be thinking, and it helps bring more things to be thankful for. So you are a powerful creator. We are all we are powerful creators. We are all in this together. So thank you for showing up for your healing and taking care of we. Much love.
Love, love, love. Mwah.